Hello and welcome once again to Tileford for this August 2021 update. First things first, I hope you've all been having a good summer and hopefully some of you had some decent weather. It's not been great around here, but you know, it is what it is, and hopefully some of you will have managed to get away for your holidays. And just generally, hopefully you're all feeling that life's becoming a bit more normal, and that you're all in good spirits and staying healthy. So in this update, I've only really got one thing to show you, which is a project that I started a while ago. I've not spent much time up in the loft, but one project that I've been taking downstairs where it's been a bit cooler to work on has made a bit of progress, which I'd like to share with you. Regular visitors to the channel will hopefully remember that a while ago I put together a footbridge for the station area, and at the time you probably sensed it in the video, I wasn't really happy with it. So I've been working on really just kind of improving the bridge, and it's kind of getting to a state now where I feel a bit happier with it. The bridge itself has been constructed from two of the very old plastic Hornby footbridges, which I hacked about and then joined together to give this one bridge that obviously services all three platforms. Using that as the base, I then built around it to construct lift shafts, as well as just building up the sides to just make the whole thing a little bit more solid. Once I'd completed the shell of the bridge, I then used some of the brick sheets on plastic hard to clad the whole thing and painted it up, and you know, tried to make it look as good as possible. Now I have to say I look at the work on particularly Dean Park and Everard Junction with the sort of scratch building that Dave and Richard are doing there, and I have nothing but admiration for them for the quality of their work. My brick sheeting skills are nowhere near as good as that, and the more I looked at what I'd done, I just thought it looked just a bit rubbish, to be honest with you. So I decided to effectively start again. So once I'd got the original bodged brickwork off, I bought some of this brick sheeting from a company called Regitex. Now what you basically get is a self-adhesive sheet of brickwork, and it's already got the pointing and everything in it, and just looks, I think, a heck of a lot better. It obviously is more expensive than buying, you know, a sheet from Slater's and then painting and doing it yourself, but I as I said before, I just think you know, my skills aren't really at that level. So for me, this actually I think has worked really well. The good thing is once you've put it on, you can kind of mold it around a bit. You get a bit of time to you know, to move it and shape it to some degree as well. So in that respect, I think it's a really good product to use. For the edges where the brickwork meets, I decided to use some of the scale model scenery packs of, I think they're called coins, which, as with most things from scale model scenery, are just really good and straightforward and easy to use. So I've used those for the edging, and I think it just really has helped to tidy up the look of the corners, and you know, remove any of the just the join marks really. One of the other kind of issues that I had with the original bridge was I just felt it looked a bit big and a bit too imposing, and maybe just a bit boring looking, I suppose. So what I've tried to do is to break it up a little bit. I was watching a video from South Coast Train Spotter, and I think it was at Winchester Station, and one of the shots, it showed these sort of gated off storage areas underneath the bridge there. So I've had a go at replicating those, really just using some odds and ends that I had in the old sort of scrap scenery box, and I've got one at this end as well. There we go, we see that too. So in real life, I guess that these would be used for storing things like rock salt and you know, barriers, just all the kind of stuff that you don't want littering a platform, just stored away there. So whilst it is still, I think, quite a, you know, a solid structure, I think that the addition of those two storage areas have just broken it up a little bit and just given a little bit more, you know, a bit more interest to it. I am also going to add a few extra bits and pieces to the bridge. I think some access doors to gain access to the lifts would be logical. I think that some sort of you know, venting and grilling on the side as well would also look good. And I've also ordered a 3D printed Tileford BR sign to go on the one of the towers, probably at this end here, which again I think will just add a bit more interest. As you can see, I've also removed the roofing, and the reason I've done that is to put in place some LED lighting, which is, I'm not really sure if you can see it, to be honest, but it's just underneath the roof there of the walkway, and the wiring for that will then fall down through the central tower and make its way underneath the baseboard. I'm going to be putting more lighting in as well, and yeah, hopeful that I get the lighting sort of intensity levels about right. The roofs over the stairs I think are going to be a bit of a challenge. I mean, obviously from the side you can see that it's not just going to be a straight line. I've got to get the angles right. So what I've done is made these supports out of some styrene strips, and if I just lift one off, you can see I just drilled a hole and put some brass rod in there, and then the strips are hollow, and they should just fit back in place. There we go. I mean, they need painting up and everything, but the roof I'm going to continue with the corrugated sort of iron that I've got on the walkways, and really just working out the best way to do that, and also getting lighting in there as well. As you can hopefully see, I've also added some of the Wills guttering kits and downpipes as well, for get rid of all that excess rainwater. And this summer, let's face it, we've had plenty of it. I'll be adding more guttering and more downpipes as and when I get the, you know, the additional roofs on over the stairways. Yeah, so all in all, I think it's represents quite an improvement on what went before. I'm quite happy with how it's all looking. Clearly it's all going to need weathering and all the rest of it, but for the time being, I think you know, it represents a pretty big improvement. So that really is it for today's update. I thought I'd keep it short and sweet and spare you too much of me whittering on. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope also that like me, you feel that the Footbridge is an improvement on its predecessor. As always, your comments and thoughts and observations on the layout are all really welcome. I'll do my best to get back to you if you've got any questions or anything like that. In terms of another update, I'm not sure when I'll get around to doing it, to be honest, but certainly as the summer moves into autumn, I'm sure I'll be spending more time up here working on the layout. Anyway, so as I say, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the summer, and I hope to catch you guys soon. Cheers.